It was like 52 degrees on
Okay, it is 6 o'clock.
That's me.
We'll call this meeting to order. We'll have roll call first.
Mayor Williams.
Here.
Councilor Burke.
Here.
Councilor Ian Smith.
Here.
Councilor Kristen Smith.
Here.
Councilor Taylor.
Here.
Councilor Zimmerman.
Here.
Roll call is complete, Madam Mayor.
Thank you. Welcome everyone here tonight. We are here for the purpose of filling the vacancy that is on the council caused by a resignation. We had one application, that is Gail Berger. Gail, I'm going to ask you in a few minutes, I'm going to ask you to come to the podium and give yourself a little introduction. And the council will be able to ask you questions or whatever. And then council will have discussion and public comment. And then you'll make nominations and vote. So that's kind of the way the meeting will go. If you want to step to the podium, Gail, and do a little short introduction of yourself, although I don't know if it is actually needed.
Hi, I'm Gail Berger. I'm from Libby. I spent about 35 years in Alaska and moved back about 12 years ago. I'm involved in a lot of community projects. I sit on the zoning with Kristen and the other zoning people. I don't know what else. I do a lot of community stuff, and I just kind of hang out and eat cookies.
Okay. Do any of the council people have questions for Gail?
I have something.
Okay.
So, in taking on a position of leadership like this in a group setting, I think it's really important that rules of civic engagement are followed, and I don't think that any of us are out in public sort of lambasting each other and canceling each other, cutting each other down. And I know there's been some websites or forums where you've either been host or have propagated other information about people in the community that was either false or just very mean-spirited and not really community-oriented. And I just wondering how you would approach that, being an appointed official.
Well, I run several pages here in Libby on Facebook, and just because I have those pages doesn't mean I post on them. People are free to post what they like. I do monitor things, make sure it doesn't get out of control. For the most part, freedom of speech is a really big deal, and as long as it's not a lie that is outright, I mean, I'm not going to research everybody that I can. It's a small community, you kind of know what's going on, and so I typically do not personally engage with that. I have other things that I do that I don't engage with that, also being the president of Libby Area Business Association. So I try and be Switzerland as much as possible.
Thank you.
Anything else?
What made you decide to put in your application?
Well, that was kind of weird because I wasn't even in town when I heard that the seat was vacant, and I thought, why not? Let's do this. Let's see if we can get some. There's a disconnect a lot of times with the council and the community, and let's see if we can get that back on track.
Okay. Brian?
So what is it that you think you can bring to help with this disconnect then that you see between the council and the public?
Well, I don't know yet. Just gotta see. I know that there's a lot of distrust, and people say this and people say that, just different things. And so I guess I won't know until I get there. And then we'll just be open and fair and see what we can do.
Okay. Ian, do you have any questions?
What's the number one issue you see facing Libby residents today?
Well, there's several. I think one of the things that Do you mean with the council or just residents in general?
Just
Not
residents in
community?
general.
I think housing's a really, really big thing. Not that the city council can do anything about, we're not gonna go build an apartment complex. I think that's the.
You?
Do you see any conflict between your Libby Area Business Association and the Become Council?
No, I've discussed that with my board. We went through our articles of incorporation and bylaws, and we're good.
Kristen, do you have anything else? Any other questions from this side of the table, actually? Okay. Then we'll open it up for public comment. Okay? You just want to have a seat. And Mr. Sykes, if you want to start your timer. And those who want to make a comment on the appointment of Ms. Berger to the vacant seat can step to the podium. You have 3 minutes to make a comment. State your name and address. And are there any public comments? Mr. Orr.
Madam Mayor and Council, I'm D.C. Orr. I reside at 1117 Nevada Avenue. Asking about any conflicts of interest seems kind of rich coming from this body when you have members of this body. You had one member that was an employee of another member. That's a pretty obvious conflict of interest. You have another member who is on the zoning board, the head of the zoning board, who is doing a lot of work at the Port Authority when she is president of KRDC.
Point of order, the question is about comments on the appointee.
It's a very
Sustained.
valuable question to ask about conflicts of interest. And you guys have been blind to conflicts of interest. So I think it's kind of funny that you would even ask. Thank you.
Any other comments about the appointment of Ms. Berger to this vacant position? Any other comments? Okay, then we'll bring the discussion back to the council table. If you are complete with your discussion and or questions, this is the opportune time to make a nomination.
I nominate Gail Berger.
Okay.
I'll second.
Okay. Is there any discussion on that nomination? Then I'm going to do a roll call vote for approval of Ms. Berger for the vacant council position. I'll have go through the roll call, please.
Okay, I'm going to go around the table. Councilor Taylor?
Aye.
Councilor Kristen Smith? Councilor Ian Smith?
Aye.
Councilor Zimmerman?
Nay.
Councilor Burke?
Aye. The ayes
The
have
ayes
it.
have it.
Then you are now appointed to the council. If you would like to come forward and we will do the swearing in. I do have to say, though, for clarification, under MCA 714137, even though we will swear her in tonight, it states that before the officer performs any official duties, the oath of office certified by the official before whom the oath was taken must be filed with the election officer. So that means while you can sit up here tonight, you cannot vote. Okay? So, if you want to just step up here,
Over
that's
here?
probably the easiest way.
I don't know.
Yes,
I guess I don't know either.
My granddaughter.
You ready? Yeah. Okay. I, Gail Berger,
I, Gail Berger,
do solemnly swear that I will support,
do solemnly swear that I will support,
protect, and defend the Constitution of the United States
protect, and defend the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Montana,
and the Constitution of the State of Montana,
and I will discharge the duties of my office with fidelity.
and I will discharge the duties of my office with fidelity.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Hey, very. Congratulations. Yeah, Gail.
Oh. Gotta do it
Oops.
then.
Yes. I'll just let Leanne find it. So, we will adjourn that having been taken care of, we will adjourn the meeting until 7 o'clock when our regular meeting starts. So.
Right there.